Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining me here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific. And it's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour. And I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can be part of the whole process along the way. So tonight we are continuing on the Octopus block of the Splendid Sampler 2 Quilt Along. This is a raw edge applique block, and it has a whole pile of pieces. And we have prepped. 2 nights ago, we prepped all of the pieces onto our fusible, our Steam-A-Seam 2. And so we're going to continue on this again tonight here. And we're going to pick our fabrics and everything. And I'm sorry, you guys, I wasn't here last night. My brother came into town, and so John and I hung out with him in the evening, went to some breweries around town here, which is really fun. But I wanted to show you his quilt top. So he has started on this. He is doing an improv piecing quilt top with some of my mom's old fabrics that she just had laying around. And this is his first quilt. He is just totally doing this, and it's amazing. And he brought it here to show me his progress so far. So I wanted to share it with you guys. I did show a picture of it last night, just a little bit, but I wanted to show you a little bit more. So this is about a third done, I think. I think he wants this as like kind of the bottom third, and he's just gonna keep adding on. So it's gonna be a pretty good size lap quilt, I guess, like a large lap quilt. But this is where he's at so far. Let me get back far here. So again, it is all improv piece. Like, look at some of these cool blocks. He's just doing this, and there's like Y seams and all sorts of stuff going on. So he has kind of, he's making them, he's just kind of like growing blocks. Woof, sorry, you guys. He's growing these squares and then kind of sewing them together, so you can kind of see, like, here's a big square, and, you know, here's some smaller squares, and then like a really big square over here. But I just think it is totally amazing, especially for like a first quilt, right? Awesome. So yeah, so he's using up just all old fabrics, and I think some might be from clothing. I'm not positive, but I think for sure it's a decade old scraps that my mom just had laying around. I think she just has a big basket of scraps, and he started digging into those, and he's been working on it in the evenings. So it's just kind of amazing. I love it so much, and it's just so cool to see it in person as well. I like a kind of contained crazy block. That's a great description for it. That is exactly right. And it's kind of fun now. He's seeing shapes and then like, oh, this looks like Wisconsin, and this looks like Oregon, and it's just kind of fun. I think it looks like mountains. And he's the brother that does works on the ski hills. So it's just kind of fun. I think it just totally fits that they look a little bit like mountains, and, you know, a quilt for a nice, cool, frozen day that he's prepping for. I just think it's great. So he's sharing it with me. Him and John are off to North Dakota for an event, and so I'm here this weekend. So he left it here to share with me, and then he's gonna take it home and keep working on it this summer. He has the summer off because he just works in the winter on the snow hill. This is his first summer off. He's been traveling to wherever winter is, and this is his first kind of like summer in like 10 years or something crazy. So anyway, that is my brother's quilt. I think it's awesome. And now we're gonna switch around and work on the octopus block a little bit tonight. It's awesome, you guys. Thank you again for joining here with me. All right, octopus block. All right, so I did get the light table out, so I think I might start there. We did cut out all these pieces, so just to review, I made a couple copies of this just to have on hand, and I'm glad I did because some shapes overlap, and I just kind of sketched them in a little bit more to help me trace a little bit easier. So like this, for example, this is the number 4 piece. It squiggles down and then up and around, and it was getting a little confusing. So to help me when I traced the designs, I just darkened where it overlapped. And then I added some overlap to these shapes here because they didn't have any, and I thought, you know, if this arm or tentacle is going behind the head, it kind of needed that extra little bit. So I added a few things on. So we got all those pieces prepped. We have put it onto that Steam-A-Seam 2. So this is a lightweight fusible web. Typically, your normal fusible web will have like a paper side on one side, and then it will have a kind of a glue or a rough side on the other. This Steam-A-Seam 2, here's the packaging just so you know what I'm talking about. The Steam-A-Seam 2. What's unique about this is that it has paper on both sides. And so when you pull off the paper, the extra bonus of it is that instead of this just being like the glue stuff to when you put a hot iron on it, it glues to fabric, it's actually sticky as well. And the benefit of that is that you can stick it onto your fabric like a sticker and then move it around and keep moving it around on your final piece until it's just right. And because it's a sticker, it'll hold there. They won't be like flopping around, especially with all of these pieces. I can really actually lay out all of these pieces at once on the final piece, and because it's a sticker, they'll all stay down while I'm rearranging, versus if it didn't stick like a normal one, you'd kind of have to press them one at a time because it'll just all fly away on you. So I think in this case, the Steam-A-Seam 2 is kind of a bonus for this because of the sticker aspect of it. So we'll get to that. We won't get quite there today, I don't think, but we'll pick fabrics. But what I want to do first is, since I have it out here, I'm going to put this aside and hopefully I don't lose any of those pieces. But I want to trace this onto our fabric. So I thought I cut a piece. Oh, here it is. So we cut a piece that's a bit larger than our piece yesterday, than the final piece yesterday. And what I want to do is I want to just do a quick little tracing, just a suggestion of where these pieces are going to go. Because then ultimately when we lay it out later, it'll be much easier to place our designs. So on this final piece, our background fabric here, I want to do that. So I have my light table out here. So one thing we have to remember is this is actually the reverse of what it's intended to be. So if we look at the picture here, see the octopus is coming from the upper left and going down this way. In our template, it's going the other way, and that's because with reverse or with raw edge applique, we're tracing in reverse. And then we're gluing it onto the back of the fabric, so then when we flip it to the right side of the fabric, it'll be going the other direction. So when we trace it onto our background, I need to flip it around like this. I'm hoping I can see through. Yep, the light table is letting me see through just perfectly. And again, this is just to act as a guide for placement. So I don't need to have this perfect, but I am going to use a water-soluble marker here. I just want to kind of brush on some lines quick. You know, the eyes are here. I actually these will get covered up, so I don't really need that. Here's the edge of it. We have this arm kind of going up like this. I think mainly I want to get kind of the outside of this octopus shape. I can get all these extra little bobs, these like these layers that overlap the main arms. I think those we'll be able to figure out just by having this background on. So like I said, I just need a quick little bit, and you know, and these circles, like these little things, I need to know where those go. All right, this arm goes up like this. And again, I don't think this has to be perfect. It is just a general placement so we can get all this stuff in the right spot. And you could tape this down, tape it to your light table, or you know, you can use a bright window for this too. I just think when we get to the point of gluing this down, this is just gonna make our life a hair easier. All right, and then like this coral goes up here. Kind of bumps around down here. I think everything else will kind of, like these other little bits on it, they'll kind of fall in place. Oh, Gail ordered the llama embroidery kit on Amazon. Oh, and you received it today. Wow, that was so fast. Oh, yay! So you'll be able to start stitching this weekend if you want. Yeah, so you guys, if you aren't receiving my emails, I have a special sale going on Amazon right now. So I know not everyone can get our patterns in their local shop or even at their Target and Joann's. So I do offer a few of them on Amazon. So if you go to Amazon and do a search for like penguin and fish kit, and make sure to put like, I'm only doing 4 kits for the sale. So it's the llama, the owl, the Tyrannosaurus, and the unicorn. So if you do like penguin and fish embroidery kit and then owl, for example, it should pop up there right away. Paula's owl came right away too. Oh, yay. So, and because it's Amazon, it comes super quick in theory. So I think it's only for the US though. You know, someone asked me about Canada, and I don't have it set up for Amazon Canada yet. I'm just kind of trying to work through all the different aspects of Amazon. It's a whole world of crazy to figure out. But yes, so I am running that sale. It's a 20% off sale, so it's kind of quite a bit. So there's a coupon when you search for that product on Amazon, and then it'll say like, if you click this coupon, then it'll be 20% off. If you click that, then on checkout, I believe that 20% off will be applied. And it's just running through the end of July. So I believe that's Wednesday of next week. So if you want to get on that, it is happening right now for a little bit longer. But yeah, I mean, you know, I just started the sale, I think 2 days ago, and people are getting their kits and everything already. That's crazy town. I suppose that's the benefit of Amazon. And I actually don't have an unlimited amount there, so the coupon will work for a long time, or I mean, until Wednesday, but if I run out of a certain kit that Amazon has, then it'll come directly from me. And in theory, you know, I try and ship things out really quick, but you know, Amazon's got special deals with all those places to ship even faster. But I'll do my best to get it out right away. But I think they are still a few located. So they are in Target, Gina. They are located way in the back now. They are located, so all the Targets are kind of redesigning, and it used to be kind of by the stationery and the greeting cards, but now it is in back, like the back corner by like the art supply. So if your Target has a craft and art supplies, then that is where it is. And like I said, they've just rearranged. So I know in some they're in the far back, and like at ours, I was just there today, and it was in the far right back. But I've seen them other where they're in the back and kind of towards the left by some stationary party goods. It's a little different in each store. But yeah, that's where you can find it. So they are at Target and Joann's. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So you can find them there as well. All right, you guys. So like I said, here is the general gist. All I need is kind of a sketch of it down, because once I have, you can see it's the reverse of this. Once I get this onto fabric and we flip it, then it will be in the right direction, and then we'll be able to line up all the cuts and stuff with this. So this was just a good little prep for now. All right, and let's see. We can pick some fabrics now. All right, let's see what we got going on here. This is from our last project. So this is also one of our 5 blocks. So every 5 blocks, I'm allowing myself some color. So, and by color, I mean, you know, typically our quilt is all these yellows and tans, but every 5 blocks, I get a pick from this stack too, which is some colors. So I'm gonna just bring all this out, and then we can kind of see where we want to go. And I'm going to just, gosh, I'm so nervous I'm going to lose pieces here, but I'm going to try and move these pieces just out of my way for a hair. God, hopefully everything's still there. Where should I put it? Oh, I'm gonna put it underneath my table here. All right, so if I'm looking for it later, that's where they went. But I'm gonna have this out just so we can see the white background, and we'll have this kind of nearby to get a sense. But let's see what we got going. So I am doing a white background. I know that's a little goofy. It would have been kind of fun to do like one of these dark backgrounds, these blue backgrounds, but I'm sticking to the white background. That was one of my kind of rules for my quilt. You know, I'm looking at these stars, and this is one of the new fabrics that I snagged from my mom. And what if we did a stars for the octopus? Wouldn't that be kind of cute? I kind of really love that. Okay, so I kind of want to do this for the, let's do this for the octopus, or let's have this on hold for the octopus. So let's just see how we like that. That'd be kind of neat. We could do the coral, like an actual kind of like coral color. That's awfully pretty. Aren't those pretty together? Okay, all right, I'm liking this. So why don't we do this for the coral color? This can be one of our pops of color. That's pretty. Ooh, I like that. Okay. You know, maybe we do more pops of color here. All right, I just want to peek. I want to be able to see this still. So, let's see, these eyeballs. Like, I don't want it to get too weird either. I could stick with these kind of like similar colors for the coral, so they kind of blend together, maybe. Let's see. We have this guy too. Ooh, we have just a little piece. This might be perfect for raw edge applique. Like, this could be our in front coral, and then we could have like this side coral down here. That's kind of fun. Then we're like kind of working in this kind of orangey realm, and it's not so overpowering our bright fun colors. Okay, I'm digging this. This is just coming together quick. I do really like these together. All right, so we have 3 corals. I think that's kind of fun. I think that's pretty sweet. These are really pretty together, all of these. Okay, what else do we got? We have some bubbles, and we have the legs or the tentacles. There's a layer on top of this, so that almost needs to be kind of either a lighter or darker color than this, just to kind of offset the arms, and you know, I don't know, that's kind of cute. I like the idea of these stars and flowers together. The flowers kind of mimic the stars, like you know, the little shapes. These little round shapes are kind of like the little round shapes of the stars here. You know, if this is all I have left, though, that'll be a situation. But you know, we do have we can probably find more hiding in our. Oh yeah, there is some. We should actually probably look specifically in our scraps for that. So let's use that. I think that's cute. And that'll look cute crossing over these colors too. All right, I like it. Okay, man, this is going a lot easier than I thought it was going to. I was a little nervous picking colors for. Uh-oh, see, now I'm getting myself in a situation. I'm gonna stick with these, but I thought this was gonna just be really difficult. Oh, okay, so look at this. This is almost the same shape as the eyeballs. That'd be kind of fun. All right, I think we almost have to do that because it's like the same shape, don't you think? It'll almost look like little eyelashes or something. All right, I think we're gonna just go with that for the eyeballs. We'll fussy cut it. We'll fussy cut those funny eyeball shapes. Oh man, this is feeling, I'm so happy right now because I thought this was going to be the hardest thing ever, but it's just coming together really quick, I think. All right, there are some bubbles. You know, why don't we add in, just because this is our pop of color one, why don't we pull in some of this blue, just because, why not? Why not add some color? So maybe some of this light blue for some bubbles. That'd be kind of cute. It would be just barely there, right? It would just be these 4 little bubbles, just in this light blue, so it wouldn't overpower the piece, I don't think. Okay, I kind of love it. I think we're done. I think let's do it. This is so pretty together. Okay, I'm excited. Let's go with it. Done and done. All right, I'm gonna get all this out of the way. Phew, okay, that was way less traumatic than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so next up, we can start fusing right away. The solid teal was pretty, but I think I wanted just like a little lighter, I think. And this is kind of fun because we get these little bubble circles in. We could almost fussy cut those as well. It's almost like a light reflection on a bubble almost. So we could get some of those in. All right, you know what? I'm going to take a photo of this just because I don't want to lose what goes where. So when I'm choosing fabrics, I kind of place everything where I think it should go. So by laying it here, I know that these are my 3 coral pieces. These are the bubbles, eyes, body, and the arms. I am just going to take a quick photo of that. We'll get the octopus in there. So I just there we go. Grab that photo. I'm a little scared. I'm going to lose that. So always helpful to grab that photo. All right. I think I'm going to start with just what's easiest. I think I'm going to start with these circles so I can get that fabric out of the way. All right. I'm going to just stack this for now. And you know what? If I can grab from a scrap, oh sweet. Okay, I do have it. If I can grab from a scrap, I'm gonna use a scrap. Perfect. Oh, this will be perfect for the bubbles. There. Now I don't have to use that big piece. All right, we are gonna cruise over to the ironing board. I think the ironing mat here, just because we are going to do the first fusing to our fabrics. So here's all our cute fabrics again. All right, so you know, I can just use a little piece here. Let's grab all of our pieces again. Hopefully I think I'm going to shimmy them out from under here so they don't drop on the floor. But here are all of the pieces. And let's make sure that we're checking it off of our, oh gosh, there's so many, checking it off of our main diagram as well. So I'm going to grab that again. All right, so I'm going to check off when I've done some of these, and I actually think, oh no, I put the colored pencil away, but I'm gonna, maybe I'll just mark them off in blue when I get it done. So there are 4 bubbles. So the 16, 15, 14, and 17, let's find those. So I should have 4 bubbles hiding in here somewhere. All right, that must be one. Crazy, look at all these pieces. Oh, I better have 4 bubbles here, otherwise I've lost pieces already. Oh my goodness. That means they're hiding under here. Yep, here's another one. I see both of them. Okay, good. We are not lost. Here they are. Okay, so these go on the back of our piece. So first thing I'm going to do is, I don't need all of this stuff dragging around. Let's just snip a piece off of here. There we go. This can go back in the scraps. So to start off, I am just going to press this to get it nice and flat. Okay. So these are our Steam Seam 2 pieces, and we have drawn our circle and we've numbered it on the one side. And then the other side it had that yellow grid. I'm going to pull the paper off of that side. So the paper kind of wants to come off of both sides, but I'm going to just pull it off of the back side here. So there we go. Now it's revealing our sticky surface here. So I'm going to flip that around. And so remember, this is the wrong side where we traced it in reverse. So this is the reverse, also the wrong side. So I'm going to stick it onto the wrong side here. So let's just choose a spot. I kind of want one of those little white circles in. All right, so there we are. And we haven't fused it down yet, but remember, we have the Steam Seam 2 for our fusible web, so that sticks on. So I can move this around and this is not going to fall off. And the nice thing about that is I can place the other pieces here. Oh, Kathy, if you drew on the yellow side, don't worry about it. Just pull it off of the other side. So just pull it off of the side that you didn't draw on. So like I drew on this side, just flip it around and pull off the other side. It kind of is a 50-50 chance that it wants to stick onto one side than the other. You can kind of see, okay, like now I'm pulling off that one side, but it could have gone either way. Like it wants to pull off of both sides. So just pull it off the side that you didn't draw on and you'll be fine. All right, here's another one. Let's stick that down. And we got 2 more little bubbles here. All right, yep, there we go. And one more. Remember to just stick it on the wrong side. I've made that mistake before. Okay. All right. So we are stuck on there. So one thing that you have to remember when you're using the Steam Seam 2 is that you do actually still have to fuse it. You can kind of forget because it's stuck on there, but we are not actually fused yet. If you're using a different fusible web, they won't stick on like a sticker, so it'll be very obvious that you haven't fused it. So, and if you're doing a different fusible web that doesn't stick, you might want to press these one at a time just so they don't move around. But because it's a sticker, I can do it all at once. So I'm going to fuse all those down. I think you just have to be on here for a few seconds. That should do the job. We'll be fusing it again to our final piece anyway, but there you can see. So I can still see my outlines. I can even see my numbers there yet. But we're fused down, like that glue is now fused to the fabric here. So the next part that we do with our pieces is we are gonna cut them out. And at this point, we wanna cut them out super duper perfectly. And this is why we traced it really carefully, is that we wanna cut them out really, really carefully. So I'm gonna start out by just separating them. So they're just, so I'm cutting one out at a time. And I'll actually probably fuse a few more before I start cutting them all, but I just want to show you one. So let's just, we'll put these all to the side as ready to cut out. But here's what you do next. So here's our number 15 piece. I'm going to take a nice sharp, like your best fabric scissors, because you want to get nice, perfectly clean cuts. This is my professional Kai 70-230. This is the one that I love. Ugh, it just makes the best noise. It is the sharpest scissors I have, and I love it. So I'm going to carefully, now I'm cutting right directly on the line. So before I cut that paper, that fusible, I cut it just roughly around. Now is the big money. So this is the edge that will be your final edge. This is what you'll see on the fabric. So this is on your final piece. So this is what you want to cut out really, really well. So go slow. Try to cut in nice big cuts so you don't get a lot of points on our like weird edges. Keep your fingers out of the way of these sharp scissors. I'm realizing that my fingers are really close to these blades with this tiny piece. This isn't even the smallest piece. All right, there we go. So this is gonna be garbage. Oh, happy birthday, Bonnie. Thank you for coming here on your birthday. I hope you're having fun. All right, there's one of our little bubbles. And oh, look how cute. All right, so for now, I'm going to leave that back paper on. So we still have our number on there. I think that's going to be super helpful later. Oh, and Kathy, your birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday to you too. So we want to keep this. So keep that paper on for now. But this is one piece that is ready to stick on our final piece, like right here. Let's see, where does this go? This is 15. So this will ultimately go right there. Ah, that was I like that blue. I think that's looking really cute. So, but for now, I'm going to just kind of keep all this together so I don't lose it. So I'm just gonna keep it with my other pieces here. But let's stick with fusing. Let's fuse some more things. I kind of want to, this is a nice piece. Let's do this one right away. This is what I wanted for the number 2 piece. Let's put the wrong side. So that's up. Let's give it a little press to get going. I'm going to get the fuzzles out of the way. I don't want to fuse that in. All right, let's find that piece. So this is number 2. All right, there we go. So does this even fit? Oh yeah, it just fits. That's perfect. Okay, so let's pull off the back paper. Again, if you are using just a normal fusible web that has the paper side and the glue side, you will not have the paper here. But for the Steam-A-Seam 2, we are dealing with this paper. So I'm gonna just try and pull this off. Oh, see, and now it's trying to come off the wrong side. So I want it just off this back side. There we go. And this is that sticky side. Let's stick that on. All right, I want to make sure it's all on the fabric because I don't want it to get on my mat here. So I could actually just go ahead and stick all these on, but I'm going to just fuse it. Kai makes some small scissors. Oh man, Marie, I should look into it because really those Kai scissors, they're the professional ones. So they have different levels, but this professional, I think it's their 7000 series. I mean, they are really, really slick. So I don't know what their lower end scissors feel like. I got this at a trade show. They are expensive, these scissors, but what a treat. for sure. So if I found like a little scissors, a little Kai scissors like that, I think that would be really fun. Oh, gosh, you know what? I do actually have a ton of small scissors. I'll have to lay out all my scissors again sometime, and just go through them. Oh, what's this? A spare piece? Oh, it's just a spare little piece of paper. Okay, I'm gonna keep making a pile of our finished ones. That one's ready to trim. All right, let's just start going through these fabrics. This number 1, that was this. Let's see, do we have a scrap that will work? I'm not sure we've really used that fabric. I don't think we have any scraps of that. So this is a fresh fabric right here. We have used it for some of our little cornerstones in our sashing. Oh, look how cute. All right. So pressing that backside again, and this was our number 1. That was kind of a bigger piece. Here we go. There we go, number 1. All right, take the backside off of that. There we go. And again, you won't have that backside if you're using just a normal lightweight web. Oh yes, I think I have more scissors than I think too, which is just kind of crazy, but handy pieces of art. That's what they are in my head. Useful pieces of art, functional art. That's my kind of art. All right, I'm just gonna trim this out. I don't need all this extra fabric sitting around. And we'll do our final trim later. I always kind of like getting some of this bulk out of the way, the bulk of fabric. All right, what was this for? Oh, number 3. Let's do that. This is our other coral piece. Look at that crazy shape. Whew, that'll be interesting to cut out. I don't think I have any scraps of this either. So this doesn't really have a right or wrong side. Or does it? It might actually. This looks a little lighter than this. Okay, I'm gonna call this the back side and this is the front side. Man, even with a solid, it appears like it has a right and wrong side. Ooh, it's kind of changing color in the heat though too. Goofy fabric. Okay, take the backside paper off. Oh, I'm so excited for this block. It is gonna be really cute. And the colors just came together. I'm really stoked about the colors. All right, let's just go at an angle here. All right, we're fused. I will trim this piece as well. Just real quick. It's so much easier. Ooh, it's hot. It's so much easier to cut though, without all the extra bulk. So there we go. Oh, that is gonna be the prettiest coral, I think. Ooh, let's just kind of peek what this will look like next to each other. So these are our coral pieces. Look, be kind of like, I don't know, kind of something like that. Oh, pretty. This is like my favorite color, this orangey coral pinky orange. Love it. Okay. All right, those 3 pieces. What else do we got here? What were these? Oh, all those little arms. Ah, that sounds scary. Let's do that last. All right, these are the eyeballs. So these I wanted to fussy cut because remember it had that fun shape. All right, so let's press this side still. And so by fussy cut, what I mean by that is I just want to on purpose place it in a very specific spot. So fussy cut, what that typically means is instead of just cutting your fabric however, you're gonna cut it out so one piece is perfectly framed, or you're cutting out a character design that's just perfect. It's just being fussy about what you're cutting out. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be fussy. I wanna have this shape perfectly frame one of these shapes. So I'm going to have to do it by looking at the back though, but I can see through this fabric enough that I think we'll get it. All right. All right, so let's start with this piece. Take off the back first. Come on. Wants to come off the other side. Ugh. Come this way. There we go. All right. Sometimes it just works better on one side than the other. All right, I'm gonna try and place this. So some of these shapes look a little bit bigger. I'm gonna kind of grab one of these slightly bigger ones. Ooh, tricky. All right. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's do this. I still have the light table here. Here we go. This is gonna make this way easier. Ah, now we can perfectly see those. All right, let's frame one of those shapes. Oh, and I can see it through this as well. I don't know, looks pretty good to me. All right, let's do that other eye right away. This one. I mean, you know, I am kind of wasting a lot of fabric here, but that's the nature of fussy cutting. You do waste a little bit of fabric getting your piece in the exact right spot. Maybe this one will go down here or something. Or, I don't know, I like those big ones. It's a big one every once in a while. How about this one? Oop. There. So I'm going off the edge a little bit here, but all I need to worry about is where my pencil line is at. So I think we are good right there. So it's hard to see unless you're right in the light there, but we've framed a couple of those goofy blobs. So awesome. Okay, good. Glad I had the light table here. All right, let's fuse these. Yay, these eyes are going to be cute. Cute, 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 cute. Yeah, I think these eyes are just going to be awesome. Ooh, that didn't fuse all the way. That's okay, it'll fuse once we're doing the final piece. So I don't want to totally waste this fabric, so I'm cutting this a little closer. I'm still not doing the perfect cutting because that's a lot of work, and I want to just do this rough cutting first, just because then the weight of the fabric isn't in your way when you're cutting. Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, what else? Okay, we have the main octopus. Let's do that first, and then we have all of these crazy pieces, and there's a lot of them. So these are all going to be in this flower fabric, and we're gonna have to be tricky with this because I have a limited amount of this. I do have some in my scrap bin, but that's gonna be the most work. I'm gonna leave that for last. Let's do this octopus. I think it'll be just really fun with this star fabric. I have not used the star fabric yet. This is a steal from my mom's stash, with her permission. But it's a supplement to my creams and yellows. So I'm doing all my quilt in like whites and creams and tans and yellows, and I'm kind of running low already, so I'm supplementing with some that my mom had, which is nice of her. All right, let's get it right there. I'm not going all the way to the edge because I have the selvage there. I don't want to get the selvage in there. Oh, did I do that on the front? Oh no, good. I thought maybe this is the front of the fabric, but nope, we're still on the wrong side. Sometimes when I get excited, I get ahead of myself, and then that means I'm sticking the fabric or sticking these on the front of the fabric instead of the back. but we are good still. All right, fused. Woo, hot. So again, I'm just gonna trim this quickly to remove the bulk. You want to trim it out anyway because you don't want to trim it out perfectly and then leave the part that's glued down, because that needs to get thrown out. You do not want that extra, you don't want scraps with that glue on, because if you accidentally get that on your iron, then it's going to mess up your iron and it'll be hard to clean and stuff. So you do want to, you're going to get rid of all of the fabric that has little fused bits on. Oh my God, this is going to be so cute with those stars. All right, and last up, got all these guys on here too. Last up are all of these tentacle-y like highlights, I suppose you could call them. All right, so let's press the back side of this. I suspect they are not all going to fit on this piece, but they might. We'll just start, you know, we could kind of let's puzzle piece it before we fuse it maybe. So let's just start laying these on. Ooh, that's a kind of a big odd piece. And then I'll take the paper off. Oh, see, that didn't work. Let's try this again. It'd be awesome if it could all get on this piece here. I don't think that's happening though. So I think we're gonna have to look into our other scraps. Yeah, this guy's here is a problem. Oh, my husband would love doing this. He is such a Tetris person. If you don't sew the applique pieces after you fuse them, the pieces won't stay. Correct, Jen. So you can see in here, so after, I mean, he got pretty intricate with this. There's stitching all over. We just really need to go around the edge. It will stay, but eventually, like what Marie says there, eventually it'll kind of loosen and wash off, especially with a lot of wear. So we do want to stitch them. Again, he has done a lot of extra stitching. You could do a zigzag around the edge. That would be kind of, that'd look cool, but that'd be a lot of work too. But yeah, just stitching around the edge. And you can see how it got a little raw. It will look that way after a few washings or if you handle it a lot. But that's kind of the look of raw edge applique. I mean, it's not the cleanest sort of look, but it's got its own kind of, you know, flavor and energy to it, which is kind of nice. So it's just another look to it. But yes, you do have to stitch it. You do have to stitch it down in some way. That's a great question, though. All right, I'm not gonna get it out of here. So, ooh, maybe this can go this way. No, I'm still not gonna make it work here. So let's find some of that fabric in my scraps, and I'm seeing a piece. Ooh, this might be it for this fabric. But raw edge applique, that's the perfect way to use up little pieces like this. All right, this is not big enough either, but it's big enough for this piece, and maybe that will get us some leeway. All right, what else? Do we have other pieces of that fabric in here? Here, looks like, oh, this looks promising. Oh, weird. Oh, I guess this is only the piece here, but that should be big enough for something. Oh yes, Leslie Ann, I'm with you. This would be a very intense piece to needle turn, but oh, how cool would it look though? It would be beautiful needle turn applique. My gosh, I don't think this is big enough either. It doesn't quite fit that piece. Oh, this is just gonna be a bummer. I might have to use one extra fabric in here. We're gonna get it. We're gonna Tetris this out. Ugh, we got this big honking piece yet. Oh, all I need is a long, skinny piece. Let's see if I have a, does this fit here? Yeah, okay, so all I need is a long, skinny piece for this. Do I have that in here with this fabric? If not, I might have to steal, oh, what's this? Not quite. I might have to steal from another fabric, which is okay too. That'll be kind of actually, might be a little kind of fun to have one a different color. So this is awfully close to this. Is this big enough? Nope, not quite. This is what happens when you use scraps, I suppose. Does this work? Nope. I am not sure I have any more of that fabric. That's sad. One fabric is done. Actually, that's kind of fun. We've finished a fabric here. All right, I am going to have to find something else, unless I have some left in my bin here. But I think I grabbed all that. Nope. That is it. So we are going to have one tiny piece that is a little bit different. So let's choose something. I think I'm going to choose something similar. Like we had that plaid. I think I'm going to use this. So this is awfully close to, well, it's a little bit different, but it's kind of the same value. So it's kind of it's not too dark, it's not too light. I think I'm just going to go with that. A fun little goofy plaid. All right, this is the wrong side. It'll be one of those things that you may notice or you might not. There, we'll just stick it in there. Okay. Decision made. Oh, he could be a 7-leg. Yeah, one of his legs is just going to be dyed a different color. All right, let's stick all these down. So remember, I haven't stuck them down permanently yet. I just kind of placed them. So now I've removed that back fabric, or that back, ooh, get the fuzzle out, the back sticker. Come on, little guy. There we go. So we will get these all fused tonight, and then on Monday, when we come back, we will start trimming these out. And after they're trimmed, we're like home free. We can fuse them down. I suppose we do still have to sew them, but the fuse, like we'll get a sense of it already. We'll get it fused. Yeah, then all we have left is to stitch it down somehow. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. We could try, I don't know. How do you guys think we should stitch it down? Ooh, get on there. I mean, I kind of like how the designer Rob did it in his piece, where he kind of traced around the edges, but then he kind of went in to the body, like where the leg would be and all that. I think that would be kind of nice. I kind of like that. Maybe we'll just do it like that. Okay, last piece here. You know what? I didn't count these. We should make sure to count these to make sure I didn't miss any pieces. Just to make sure a piece didn't fly away on me. All right, we are just on here. So, all right, let's press all these. Fuse them all down. It is nice that they are stickered down first. Then I know they won't move on me. few seconds, like, I don't know, 10 seconds or so on it all. We'll be fusing it again once we stick it on our final piece. So if it's not perfect now, that's not going to be the end of the world. So let's, woo, it's hot. Dang, man. All right, I always forget that. It is, Terry. I am so excited about these colors. I think, you know, we're really starting to see it right away. It's going to be kind of fun. I think I'm pretty stoked for how this is going to turn out. I don't need to trim that anymore. All right, let's, I'm going to just get you guys framed up here a little bit better, and we'll just trim these out. All right, this one I think is fine. I don't need to trim that. Oh, I'm not really trimming here. I'm just getting rid of excess fabric and then splitting things up. I don't want to have these together. Ooh, this one, this number 11, that'll be tricky. We got to cut out that little hole in there too. But with a nice scissors, we should be able to do it. Okay, and here. And that is that. We are all ready to go. Ooh, let's count. So there's, how many? I think there were 17 pieces. Let's just make sure we have 17. We can kind of place them on here. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Let's start with the big one. All right, we got, we'll make our blob. So here's the octopus. That is one. Oh gosh, and then all sorts of places for these. So what number is this? 6. Oh, 6 goes up around the head. 8 goes kind of around the head too a little bit. Oh, maybe we should have done that a different color. Yeah, I think one of the, well, whatever. We're doing those colors now. I think one should have been the same color as this. Maybe we redo that later. We'll see. All right, 10 goes here somewhere. 8 goes, or this is 11 that goes down here. Putting together the blob. 9 grabs onto the coral there. 7 works its way up here. 5 is this big arm that reaches. Oh, we got some bubbles. Let's throw some bubbles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 pieces down. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16, 17. Ta-da, an octopus. So obviously we have a lot to trim, but you know, at this point, just laying it out like this, we do get a sense of color. I think the colors look super cool together. I think this is just going to be so pretty when we're done here. I'm really happy with the colors. There is that one arm, so I might redo that one arm on Monday. So you can see, I think it's this number 6 piece. Yeah, 6. Number 6. Number 6, it looks like I should have done the same color as the front fabric. So maybe we'll redo that, but maybe not. I mean, you know, it's just that little thing there. It'll just look like number 8 is going up into number 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it'll still look like 8 tentacles. So maybe we'll just leave it. But I think that should have been that other fabric. But, ooh, the stars. I think these eyeballs are going to be so cool. I'm really happy with this. So, all right, you guys, that is it for tonight. We will get ready to do this on Monday. I think it might take us really the whole time to cut this out on Monday because we're going to be careful. But right when we get done cutting, it is going to go so fast to fuse this. We will fuse it and then just stitching and done. So really with raw edge applique like this, it really is this front end stuff that takes the time. But I love that this block happened on a time where we are using our extra color. I think it's just looking awfully sweet. All right, you guys, I'm going to flip you around and we'll call it an evening here. All right, hello, hello. So thank you guys again for joining me here tonight. And yeah, a reminder, I'm having that 20% off on a few of our kits on Amazon, and a few people got theirs already because Amazon can ship overnight like nothing. So you can, if you just, you don't have to do anything special, like there's no link or anything. You can just go to Amazon and type in a penguin and fish embroidery kit. There are 4 that have the coupon on it. So that's the llama, the owl, the unicorn, and the tyranno dinosaur. Those through Wednesday of next week, it'll be 20% off. And then it's Amazon, so it'll ship right away too. So check that out, and we will work on this again on Monday, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Get a lot of sleep, and have a good time outside. So see you guys later. Have a nice evening. Good night.